Guys, we did it. We did it. We found our salvation. We were almost dying of. Good morning, everyone. So it's time to do another hike. We haven't done a real hike in more than a week. We are going on this 18 kilometers hike. But first we have to drive with the car for about 1 hour. So see you there at the mountain. Alright, here we are at the foot of the mountain of Montserrat. Well, I don't know if it's a mountain or a mountain range. It looks to be a very, very nice looking mountain actually. All those peaks sticking out of the mountain. Looks really awesome, but now we have to start this hike. We are actually not at the lowest point, we are somewhere in the middle. And Evelyn is already scared because it looks really, really steep. Well, let's see how it is. Right, so the path is not very well maintained, or at least the first part wasn't. Now it looks a little bit better. And also, my backpack is way too heavy. No idea if I can handle this for 18 kilometers. Let's see. So we did about almost 3 kilometers in about 50 minutes, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, not exactly 3 kilometers yet, but now it's a bit of a flat. Before the steepest part will start in like half a kilometer, I think. I'm actually a little bit scared of that one because on our app it's black. Usually we hike like in dark red, but I've never hiked in a black steepness curve place. So yeah. I don't know. I'm scared, and if I'm scared, that means she's even a little bit more scared. Well, the weather is actually beautiful. It's not too sunny, not too hot.
It's gonna be 39%.
39% steepness, so we'll be crawling upwards basically. Yeah, anyways, let's go and hope for the best, because that's actually the hardest part. After that, it's only normal steepness up and then normal steepness down, because down will take another route, which is less steep. All right, wish us luck. Right, so it turns out that the steep part with the 38% incline is actually just stairs. It does make sense. 38% steepness without stairs is actually really tough. You'd really have to be crawling, but with stairs it makes a lot of sense. It's also a good training for our upcoming secret trek, because it will almost be high intensity interval training, like walking until our pulse reaches 200, and we take a break and then we continue again. And it should take us 1 hour 45 minutes to the top, which for us should actually be less than 1 hour 30 minutes if we are as fit as I expect us to be. Right, let's continue. All right, we did it. We passed the steepest point, all those stairs up. I got my pulse to my maximum, which is 180, almost died. And now we're taking a little break at this little viewpoint where we can see the monastery and also the valley down there, if it even is a valley. I think it's also time to snack something and drink something. Right, honey?
Yes.
And how do you feel?
I feel good.
Right?
Yeah.
So you are ready for our surprise trek coming up next week?
I don't know, it depends on how bad it is. I mean, these were a lot of stairs, and I had to take like 2 breaks.
Anyways, enjoy the viewpoint. Falling to pieces. Right, we just finished our nice refreshing little break, and now it's time to get to the top, which should be about 4 kilometers more, if I'm correct. So we are more than halfway to the top. Wow, now this is unexpectedly beautiful. This little wood up here, pretty up high in the mountains. Oops. with no sounds around you except for some birds, insects, and I think some water maybe. So it's not water, Evelyn is saying, so it's just the wind in the trees, I assume. It was really beautiful, enjoying this pretty flat part before it goes steep up at the end. We're now beginning the last 20 minutes of our trek. Sadly, here there are more people because there's like a path up here that leads to a ropeway, I think, so that anyone can come up here without any physical exercise. But I still have to go up this part, which is a little bit steeper. But yeah, this will be slower going. It's also less beautiful because there's an annoying, how do you call that kind of ground?
Concrete.
A concrete path here. But yeah, I hope that at least the view is worth going up this way, as I would have preferred to go down the other way. We did it. We're at the top, 1,200 meters above sea level and about 800 meters above our starting point. To that, it's time for lunch. Right, yeah, that right there is the most impressive piece of scenery, I guess. No idea how something like that can happen naturally and not just fall down. Props to Mother Nature, I guess, for building something this awesome. Anyways, from now on it's only walking. So I guess I see you down at the car or at the monastery. So back there is the awesome finger that we've seen before. Up there is the hill with the antenna. Up there is the hill where we've been before, where we've had our lunch. And actually we went up the hill from like down there. It's like a valley up there and then up there. And now we're going the other way, like all that way, and then at the end to the left and down. So you see the tower up there in the distance, really small? That's actually the height where we were before at the viewpoint. Welcome to the monastery of Montserrat, which is supposedly or obviously the tourist attraction of this mountain, this Montserrat mountain. I don't know, it's probably a holy place. It's very famous, I assume, at least around here, because there are many people here, even though it's during the week and it's Corona time. It's in between all those mountains that you see behind me. But besides that, I don't think it's a very beautiful building or something like that. It's more interesting to walk around. But you can actually, if you don't want to walk up, you can take a ropeway to go up behind there. And then you can walk a little bit on the top. But still, if you want to get from there to the viewpoint where we have been, still have to walk probably 1.5 hours. But now we are still 4 kilometers from the car, but the rest of the way is not very interesting, so see you again on the car. Guys, we did it! We did it! We found our salvation! We were almost dying of thirst, but we found our salvation here in front of us. Water! Holy water! Holy water! Holy water! Holy water! Holy water! We won't be dying of thirst. Thank you, water, for saving us. We had actually completely forgotten that we had water in the car. Yeah. But we did it. Almost 19 kilometers, more than 800 meters of altitude, 5.5 hours. But now we're done. Now we'll go back to our hotel and then we'll see if we leave home again or just fall dead into bed. See you in 2 days.